What's up, guys? So I wanted to talk about the meet that I had on Saturday, some of the thoughts about it, how things went, how I felt, some of the things that went right, some things that went wrong, all those different sorts of things. So what I'll probably do is just overlay some of my workout footage from this week, and I'll just talk about it, and you can just watch me work out and see how that goes. First things first, with this meet, it was kind of chaotic right from the get-go, even the day before. This whole time, the weigh-in was always 7 a.m. to 8:30, and then lifting was supposed to start somewhere around 9. Now a couple weeks before we started, they actually said, okay, lifting probably won't start until about 9:30. Well, then the day before the meet is actually going to happen, I get an email saying that my weight class does not weigh in until noon, which was a little frustrating because here I am pretty close to the upper weight. I was in the 205-pound division. I was 204 the day before when I woke up, so I was planning on, just eating about maintenance calories, not eating anything after dinner to make sure that there was nothing in my stomach when I woke up, and that I wouldn't drink any water or eat any food until after weigh-in. Well, now weigh-in has got pushed till noon, so that was pretty frustrating. But thankfully I woke up in the morning and I only weighed 201.5 pounds, so I was in pretty good shape. I actually ended up taking a protein shake in, eating some fruit, drinking like 10 to 12 ounces of water, and that was nice because I was able to get kind of hydrated, get some food in my system, and not feel depleted by the time I got there. So I ended up leaving the house weighing 202.5 pounds, so I was confident. And then when I actually got there to do the weigh-in, I weighed in at like 199 point something pounds. So obviously my scale was heavier, but whatever, didn't really matter. Everything was good there, no problems. So I ended up getting there. I got there a little early because I just couldn't sit around the house anymore. I was just antsy to get out there. So I got out there, watched some of the women compete for a while, watched the bench press only competition that was going when I got there. And then weigh-in started around 12. So I also had to do gear check. I got in line, and of course the person, two people in front of me, had absolutely no clue what was going on. He didn't have a singlet, he didn't have any IPF approved gear of any sort, and they just kept talking to this guy. And instead of having somebody else deal with them, they just let the line back way up out the door pretty much, and that was pretty frustrating. They were getting all mad at him. I was like, dude, you didn't read anything, you didn't prepare yourself at all. Don't get mad at them because you didn't prepare yourself. Side rant. Anyway, weighed in, everything was good there. Grabbed a bagel and another protein shake and drank some water, get myself nice and fueled up, and then waited. A lot of waiting around, waiting. And the thing that was also difficult, my weight class was the first group that was going to be competing after the awards ceremony from the morning session, so we really didn't know when it was going to start. They weren't really giving us any clues. They were just saying, you're going to be after the awards, be ready to go. So it's like, okay, do I start warming up now? Do I warm up later? Well, I figured better to warm up early and maybe have to do another quick set later than wait too late and not be warmed up at all. So I got warmed up early. The room that we were warming up in was absolutely chaotic. It was just this like small conference room. It was in a hotel, and they had 4 stations, and people were trying to walk behind others, and there was hardly any room. So people were just about walking into other people while they were warming up on their squats. It just was not a good situation. Thankfully nothing ever happened, but there was some close calls. I don't know, the whole hotel thing just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Get a gym, but again, is what it is. So anyway, I got warmed up. After my last warm-up set, it ended up being about 12 to 15 minutes, I think, by the time I was up and doing my first actual squat, so that wasn't too bad. I was very happy with my squat weight choices on the day. Starting off with 375 was a good opener, get on the board, that was nice and easy. So then I jumped up to 400 and some 403, whatever it was. Again, that felt pretty good, so I was pretty confident with my selection of 424, and I got it. It ended up being a little bit more of a grinder than it probably should have been. I think I kind of screwed myself over a little bit. I got into the bottom position, started coming up, and it felt easier than I expected it to, and I think I kind of let my guard down for some stupid reason, and then I ended up needing to grind through it the rest of the way. But I got it, and it was a good choice. And then benching, this is where I really made my big mistake, as you guys probably saw already. Started with, 265 I think, and that went just fine. Jumped up to 286, and I was telling myself, if this feels really good, I'm going to go for a 300-pound bench, but it's in kilograms, so I had to do whatever was, just above that, which is somewhere around 303 pounds, and I absolutely smoked my 286. It just was so easy, and that probably was a problem because I got way too confident. I came over and said, you know what, screw it, I'm doing 308. That was so easy, I got 308 for sure. I mean, I was seriously like 99% sure that I was getting this weight. Didn't get it. Tried to grind it, just wasn't there at all, and I actually kind of hurt my lower back a little bit when doing it too. I sat up and it was really stiff, but it ended up not being a big issue. But I got done with that, and of course I was just pissed with myself. I'm sitting backstage just like, what the hell did I just do? That was so stupid. I probably just taxed my central nervous system now. I won't be able to deadlift as much. I was just pissed, okay? Thankfully, that only lasted for like 2 minutes and I snapped myself out of it. I went and grabbed a Pop-Tart, grabbed some more pre-workout, and I just was like, you know what, screw it. Just, it is what it is. Now you need to redeem yourself on the deadlift. Get ready for the deadlift. Clear your mind, and let's just do this thing. And I snapped out of it, and once deadlifts came up, started getting warmed up again, and deadlifts felt really good. I started with 440, which is a very easy weight for me, but again, I just got to make sure I get on the board. This is my first meet. I got to make sure I'm not making any technical errors. So that's why all my openers were relatively light. I just needed to make sure I was getting on the board and not doing anything stupid. So hit 440, jumped up to 475, I believe it was, and hit that with pretty relative ease as well. And I was debating between going around 490 to 500, and breaking 500 was a big goal of mine, so I said, you know what, screw it. I've already screwed up on the bench anyway. I'm not here to break any records. Let's just go for broke and let's try to get that 501 point something pound deadlift. And I got myself nice and amped up. I mean, I was really trying to psych myself up for this last lift. I pretty much saved all my big psych ups for this last one, knowing that I was gonna have to give it everything I had. And I just ripped it off the floor. I mean, it just came flying up off the floor, but my lockout absolutely sucks on deadlift. I really need to work on my lockout. If I could get a good lockout on my deadlift, I could put a lot of weight on my deadlift, because really that's the only thing that holds me back is that lockout. I mean, I'll probably overlay the actual lift itself, and you can see how it just came flying off the floor, and then once I got the lockout, it became a bit of a struggle. I don't fire my glutes and I don't push my hips through. I really got to work on it. If I can do that, I can put a lot of weight on. But anyway, got that. Was pretty happy. My big goal for the whole thing was to get to the 500 pound deadlift and to break 1,200 pounds, and I did that. I got about 12, 13-ish pounds, so it was good. In the end, I actually ended up missing placing by 5 kilograms. So it kind of made that aggressive bench choice that I made sting a little bit more, but it is what it is. I wasn't really there to place. I wasn't there to break any records. I was there to bring my best, get some experience, get my first meet out of the way, see how things work. And I did that. It went well. Didn't place, so be it. Not a big deal. This is just experience, and it was a stepping stone to bigger and better things, because I am absolutely not done. I absolutely intend on competing again and keeping this going and doing much better, and I'm happy about it. I did this on short notice. I think I made the decision to actually do it about 7 weeks prior to actually doing the meet, and I also was only benching for 2 months. I didn't bench for almost a year, or just barely benched at all, and definitely didn't go heavy because of all my elbow issues, so I was just getting back into benching, so I've only been benching for a couple months, so I was pretty happy that I was even to get anywhere near 300, so I definitely anticipate if I stay healthy, my bench is going to come up fast, and everything else is going to continue to improve, and I'm going to have a long time to actually get ready and do another meet, so I expect to be hitting some much bigger and better numbers in my next meet. I'm not sure when it'll be. I was looking in Florida to see when they had some meets. There is one in July, I believe, in Orlando that I'm kind of eyeballing, but I'm not sure. Nothing's set in stone right now. I'm just kind of looking. But it was so much fun. What a blast that was. I definitely want to do it again. Hopefully not all my meets will be in the hotels. I'd rather do it in a gym, but of course the Orlando one's in a hotel too. Anyway, huge thanks to all my friends and family who came out to support me. That was so greatly appreciated, and it definitely inspired me to do better, so thank you guys so much. And thank you everyone who watches my videos and supports me. I appreciate you guys very much, more than you'll ever possibly know. I really appreciate the support, and I will see you guys in the next video.